everybody? It's the 13th Wolfman. You know, today's day 20. Day 20 of the 31 days of horror. That means that we're 2/3 of the way through the month. It's almost over, which kind of sucks. I love doing this every year. I know a few people that do this every year. Brother Max, the one and only MSJ. Moods 616, Double Shot J. I am the Ice Lord. Nightmare Maven. Let's talk about movies. Who am I missing? I know I'm missing a few people, but it's just the way it is. I mean, there's so many people doing this year. It's amazing. Now, before we get started, I need you to like, subscribe, share, and comment. I always want to know what you have to say. And when you do subscribe, hit that bell, ding that bell, and ring that bell. That way you'll be notified anytime I put something new up. So what's the movie we're talking about today? We're talking about a werewolf movie. Now, I grabbed this mainly because it's a steelbook. And I got it for $1.25 at Dollar Tree. Some of you might go, oh, that movie sucks. Or, oh, I've never heard of that movie. Or whatever. I grabbed it. I love werewolf movies. And I wanted to watch it. And it was nice and cheap. And the movie is Wolfsbane. That's right, Wolfsbane in a steelbook. Check that out. Let's see if we can get it open. Oh, there we go. And there's the back. And this is a nice matte finish. It's not gloss. It's not showing all the fingerprints. It's really nice. So the movie stars Jeremy London, Yancey Butler, and Mark Dacascos. These are the main people in it. Yancey Butler plays the original vampire Lilith. And they started in like 1362 or something like that. And Lilith she's so powerful as a vampire that they can't kill her. But what they did is they used black magic to divide her soul, our essence, our presence, our spirit, or whatever you want to call it, into 6 talismans. So as long as all these talismans stay separate, her corpse cannot move. It stays buried. Now we fast forward to the present day. I think it's 2010 in the movie. So fast forward to the present day, and Mark Dacascos, who is also a vampire, goes to the Vampire Council and says, I want to resurrect the goddess Lilith. They say no. Well, he doesn't take no for an answer and just starts doing what he wants to do. He thinks it's going to be a great thing, because in the modern world, people don't fear vampires. In fact, they don't even think they exist. And he wants to reign, vampirism as the leaders of the full world again. So bringing forth Lilith, who is psychotic, by the way, will bring the vampires out of the shadows and into the light, which really wouldn't be a good thing for the most part. But yeah, so he starts to resurrect Lilith. The thing is that these talismans, which are supposed to be spread all across the world, are way too easy to find in this movie. I mean, the first one that they find, they break into a place. Okay, they actually had to break into something to find it. But after that, he's just showing up with talisman after talisman after talisman. I'm like, just a second. If these things are supposed to be spread all over the world, why are they all within a 20-mile radius of where they are right now? It just seems like it's too convenient that they're all around this area. Jeremy London plays a douchebag real estate developer, type person who drives a Ferrari. And I mean, his character is really douchey. Just, it's all about the money. We find out down the road that his grandfather helped fight vampires way back when, and he has one of the last talismans. It's locked in a bank. Yeah, it's locked in a safety deposit box in a bank, which is where it should stay, right? Don't you think? That's what I think. If they don't know where it is, why deal with it? Somewhere along the line, they take it out of the bank, and I'm just kind of like, you know what? This is that Geico commercial they show every year, around this time, that states, if you're in a horror movie, you make bad decisions. And it seems like this movie's filled with them. I liked it. Some of the, the transformations were kind of cool. The look of the werewolf. Jeremy London gets scratched and bitten by a werewolf and becomes a werewolf. So the vampire hunters and slayers need him to help fight the vampires, because in this world vampires are not allergic, but werewolf bites will kill them. It'll poison their body or something like that. It's very, very cool. I like the idea. There's a lot of stuff I liked about it, and there's a few things that, like I said, the whole thing about how easy it was to find the talismans was just kind of goofy. And the ending, they leave kind of like open for a sequel, but it's just they don't really. At the very end, when they defeat Lilith, something happens to the skyline, and they're like, oh, and they just all jump in their cars and run off like, okay, now time to go fight the next bad guy or whatever. But they don't, I don't know, you're just kind of like left wondering what's the next thing down the road. And again, it was okay. I give it 2 chainsaws out of 4. It's an average horror movie. It does have some cool looks to it. Like I said, Yancey Butler's in it. Jeremy London, Mark Dacascos. If you know who he is, he played Eric Draven on the 1 year show, The Crow, Stairway to Heaven, when it was a TV show after the movie. He was Wofat on Hawaii Five-0. Jeremy London. So there's Jeremy London and Jason London. I believe Jeremy London was the one that was on Seventh Heaven, and Jason London is the one that's in Dazed and Confused. I might be wrong. Whatever. And yeah, there's a few other people, but all in all, the story's kind of decent. The look is really cool. There is some blood, if that's your thing, and you got werewolves, vampires, and vampire hunters all in a movie together. So yeah, like I said, 2 chainsaws out of 4. It's average. It's not terrible. So it is. So it is what it is. As always, I am the 13th Wolfman, and that's right. I'm on the prowl.